Ito yung pera. Siguraduhin mo nagagamit ka ng sequence formula habang binibilang ko
Ama, ano ulit yung sequence?
A sequence is just a list of number that follows a certain order or rule.
Sige, Nay. Aling siya, papili po. Aling siya. Aling siya. Aling siya. Papili po na isang formula tapos.
Dagdagan ko pa kaya ng isa. Di dalawa na yun. Paano kaya kapag pinagsama ko yung dalawa? Di magiging tatlo na.
Ay sige, tatlo na lang po.
What is the Fibonacci sequence? The Fibonacci sequence is where you add the two previous numbers which makes the next number. So, let's talk about the situation. The situation, Morris bought one product each and he decided, what if he bought another one, which makes it 2? But he also wondered, what if he added those two products, 2 and 1, what do you think it will make? 3. So, what do you think this means? What I think it means that we've created the Fibonacci sequence.
Hello everyone, today I will be teaching you about arithmetic sequence. It is a sequence of numbers where the difference between any two successive terms is a constant. So today, here is the formula of arithmetic sequence. You can go ahead and take your time to learn it before you solve it. I will be giving you an example. So here, we have an egg which its price is 10 pesos. And now we have to find the cost of the fifth egg, which each egg increases 10 pesos.
Now that we know what is arithmetic sequence and its formula, we can now go and solve for it. The first thing we have to do is to substitute each term or value in the formula. So it will be a sub 5 equals to 10 plus 5 minus 1 to 10. Since there is a parenthesis here, we should use the PEMDAS rule. So the first thing we have to solve for is 5 minus 1, which will be 4. Next is you have to solve for 4 times 10, which will be 40. And now you have to add 40 and 10 together, which will be 50. So the answer in the first problem is 50 pesos.
So today I will be explaining to you our second problem. Here we have a corned beef. Its price is 45 pesos and every word of the corned beef is also 45 pesos. Now we have to find the cost of the fifth corned beef.
So in the next problem, we're going to use the same a sub n but with a different first term and common difference. The first thing we have to do again is to substitute each value in the formula. So it will be a sub 5 equals to 45 plus 5 minus 1 times 45. First thing we have to do again is use the PEMDAS rule since there's a parenthesis. So 5 minus 1 will be 4. Now, next is 4 times 45, which will be 180. Now you have to add 180 and 45 together, which will be 225. So the answer in the second problem is 225.
Ang gaano kaya?
Geometric sequence is a sequence of number where the previous term is multiplied by a constant number or the common ratio. The constant number or the common ratio doesn't change through the sequence. Try this for example. A price of egg in the first week costs 10 pesos and it doubles every week. What will be the price of the egg in the fifth week?
But before we solve this, remember the formula. A sub n equals to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1, where the a sub n is the term we're looking for, a sub 1 is the first term, r the common ratio, and n is the term number.
Now that we understand what is geometric sequence and its formula, we can now head and solve it. The first thing we have to do again is to substitute each value or term in the formula. So it will be a sub 5 equals 10 times 2 raised to the power of 5 minus 1. First thing you have to do here is to simplify what's in the exponent. So 5 minus 1 will be 4. Next step is to evaluate what's in the exponent. 2 raised to the power of 4 simply means you're multiplying 2 by itself 4 times. So 2 raised to the power of 4 is 16. Now 16 times 10 is 160. So the answer of the first problem in the geometric sequence is 160.
Let's have homework. What about a corned beef instead? A corned beef in the first month costs 45 pesos, and it doubles its price every month. What will be the price of the corned beef in the 6th month?
So in the next problem, we're going to use the same ratio and the same a sub n, but with a different first term. The first thing we have to do again is to substitute each term or value in the formula. So it will be a sub 5 equals to 45 times 2 raised to the power of 5 minus 1. The first thing you have to do here is to simplify the exponent. So 5 minus 1 will be 4. Next is you have to evaluate what's in the exponent. So 2 raised to the power of 4 is 16. Lastly, you have to multiply 45 and 16 together, which will be 720. So the answer in the second problem is 720.
So 160 tapos 720. I think 880.
Hala, iho, pag sobra to, eto 75 lang naman yun.
Ha? Paano naging 275 na?
Kasi, gumamit ako ng arithmetic.
Kaya naman pala. Mali kasi yung ginamit.
Sige, salamat po. So, ito na yung mga pinapabili mo.
Ginamit ko ba yung arithmetic?
Isang araw, pumunta ang
From Fibonacci to geometric to arithmetic, math is not just in our lessons, but also in our daily lives, even in the simple sari-sari stories.
isang dalagang nakatungo sa bintana. Natulala ako, laglag ang puso ko, nalaglag rin ang sukang hawak ko. Napasigaw si Aling Nena, ako naman ay parang